Ian is back up to a Category 1 hurricane and is bringing powerful winds and flooding to the South Carolina coast. Plus, some retail giants are stepping up to help with hurricane relief efforts in Florida. How you can also help. This is News 3 Now at noon. Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kane. Madison police have arrested a 22-year-old man who they say made a number of threats to students at a campus residence hall. The most recent happened around midnight yesterday. Officers were called after the man made threatening statements. A witness said the man caused a disturbance inside a meeting room, including comments about a person's race. The man ran when officers arrived, but police caught up and arrested him. Officers are referring 13 charges to the Dane County District Attorney's Office. Wildlife officials estimate Wisconsin's wolf population currently stands at about 970 animals. They say that demonstrates the hunting season last February had little impact as a whole. Conservationists fear the hunt would devastate the population after hunters killed 218 wolves. But new numbers indicate the season had little effect on the population, which stood at 1,100 before the hunt. A federal judge restored protections for the wolves this past February, preventing another hunt. What's going to be the first sunny weekend in 2 months? Meteorologist Chris Reese has a look at your certified most accurate forecast.
That sounded like an evil laugh a little bit, didn't it? But it's true. It's the first sunny weekend in 2 months, and we are enjoying it. So this is a live look outside right now. Can you find a cloud in the sky? No. That's right. It's great. 63 is our temperature right now. Winds are out of the south at 6 miles per hour. That's going to help you warm up, folks. Your overnight lows tonight will be into the 40s. Now, here's a little weather trick that I learned when I was in weather school. The dew point at noon on a sunny day is often a good indicator of where your overnight low is going to go. Dew points are into the mid-40s right now, and a lot of your overnight lows will be into the low and mid-40s tonight. So we'll watch that. 68 in Lone Rock. That's the warm spot right now. Elsewhere, we're all into those low 60s, a couple mid-60s showing up too. And then as we begin to look ahead, we will warm up towards 67 for your high later on this afternoon. The final drive forecast, you already know, but we're going to break down which game it is and what exactly you can expect coming up in just a bit. We're also going to look at the latest with Hurricane Ian as it is making landfall right now, plus the tornado watch across parts of the Carolinas. We'll break this down in more detail too.
All right. Thank you, Chris. And Ian did leave Florida as a tropical storm, but has regained strength, becoming a Category 1 hurricane. This is a live look at Myrtle Beach in South Carolina, where Ian is headed now. Michael George has more.
Seeing the damage Ian has already done, residents just north of Florida are doing their best to prepare as the storm heads their way.
It's going to be blowing strong winds, and it's going to be all over the state at different levels.
The National Hurricane Center warns Ian could produce life-threatening flooding, storm surge, and strong winds from Georgia up through North Carolina.
This storm can still be dangerous and even deadly. Heavy rains, up to 7 inches in some areas, are likely to bring flooding. Landslides are a threat in our mountains, and there's a chance of tornadoes statewide.
In Bryan County, Georgia, conditions on the water started getting rough midday yesterday. The Coast Guard helped rescue a man in the Ogeechee River who was trying to secure his jet ski when he got pulled out to sea.
You see these waters out here, you need to be careful, you need to stay off of them.
The southeast coast of South Carolina is expected to take a direct hit. This is a region known as low country, filled with saltwater marshes, waterways, and beaches, areas that are already prone to flooding. A storm surge here could be particularly devastating. Lisa Sanez and her 2 sons fled to the Charleston area from their home in Tampa. They were trying unsuccessfully to steer clear of Ian.
My sister, actually, she brought us out here to get away from the storm, so.
And now it's headed this way.
It's headed this way, and I don't know, we're going to hunker down here. We are storm chasers.
Unintentional.
Unintentionally.
Forecasters do expect Ian to rapidly weaken starting later today as it moves inland across the Carolinas. Michael George, CBS News, Folly Beach, South Carolina.
And President Biden has already declared an emergency in South Carolina and ordered federal assistance to supplement state, tribal, and local response efforts. Retail giants Target and Walmart are making major donations to Hurricane Ian relief and recovery efforts in Florida. Target plans to donate $5 million, and Walmart will donate up to $6 million, including cash, grants, and essential supplies like food and water. Walmart is also launching a campaign to encourage customers and employees to donate. There are a number of things that you can do to help Florida communities impacted by the storm. The American Red Cross has set up a donation page that you can get to by clicking on this story on our homepage at channel3000.com. You can donate online or through the mail. Russian President Vladimir Putin has signed treaties to begin absorbing parts of Ukraine into Russia, defying international law. In a ceremony this morning, Putin and the heads of 4 regions of Ukraine put their names on treaties for them to join Russia. The action represents a sharp escalation in the 7-month conflict in Ukraine. Both houses of the Kremlin-controlled Russian parliament will meet next week to approve the documents. The wife of Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas voluntarily met with the January 6th committee for more than 4 hours yesterday. The panel said it wanted to know about Ginny Thomas's discussions, coordination, and text messages that she sent to Mark Meadows and John Eastman. Meadows was former President Trump's chief of staff, and Eastman was acting as Trump's elections attorney. Both were instrumental in trying to overturn the results of the 2020 presidential race. Thomas texted Meadows that she was disgusted with then Vice President Mike Pence for certifying those results. She didn't have much to say before the meeting.
Do you speak with your husband of your beliefs of the election being stolen?
Thank you for your question. I look forward to answering the members.
2 sources said Thomas told the committee she keeps her politics separate from her husband's work. The committee chair says she also reiterated her belief that the 2020 presidential race was stolen. The January 6th committee will hold at least one more public hearing, but it's unclear when. The Daily Show host Trevor Noah has announced that he'll step away from the anchor desk. In a video statement shared on Twitter Thursday, Noah said that after 7 years as host of the Comedy Central satirical news program, his time was up. Noah hinted that his decision to leave the show is rooted in his desire to return to more stand-up work. He did not share when his final show would be, but said he'll be around for a while. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Mortgage rates continue to rise, and New York becomes the latest state to require all new cars to be zero emission. Details coming up in the Money Watch Report.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon.
Finding the Honda you really want just got easier. With a longer limited warranty, so long. Downloadable inspection reports, so you see what we see. Downloadable. And complimentary oil changes within the first year. That's what I'm talking about. You've never been more at peace than with Honda Certified Pre-Owned.
Lean back and save at the Century House. Right now, buy stressless recliners, sofas, or office chairs and get up to $1,500 credit towards the purchase of more. Or save $400 on stressless signature-based recliners and ottomans and motorized classic power recliners. Don't wait. Take the opportunity to fill your home with stressless comfort for less. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
Save 11% on your bathroom renovation at Menards. Start with a new vanity from Magic Woods. With over 100 sophisticated styles to choose from, it's easy to find the right match for your decor. Right now, all vanities from Magic Woods are 11% off. Continue your update with U-Tile from Max. Max U-Tile shower kits add fresh, luxurious looks with fast and easy installation. Save 11% off all shower kits right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
America and riot in our streets. They indoctrinate our children to hate America, stoking fear and envy with their lies and deceptions. Their radical woke agenda and divisive politics are tearing our country apart. Here's Mandela Barnes.
Because the founder of this nation, awful.
Mandela Barnes is a radical leftist. He supports their woke agenda that's causing you and your family so much pain.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Maybelline New York's Instant Eraser. Our do-it-all concealer. Conceal. Contour. Correct. Now with up to 12-hour moisturizing wear. Instant Eraser Concealer. Maybelline New York.
Florida assesses the devastation Ian has left behind. The economic toll is expected to reach into the tens of billions of dollars. Experts tell CBS News the storm could bring weeks-long disruptions to Florida tourism and hospitality, citrus production, and other industries. Enki Research, which uses computer modeling to calculate the impact of natural disasters, says it expects up to $70 billion in economic losses related to Ian. That would rank the hurricane among the most destructive storms ever to hit the U.S. Mortgage rates rose for the 6th week in a row. As of yesterday, the average rate on a 30-year fixed mortgage was 6.7%. That, according to Freddie Mac, is the highest rate since July 2007. This year alone, mortgage rates have more than doubled as the Federal Reserve hikes interest rates in hopes of taming inflation. In the last 4 weeks, the average 30-year fixed-rate loan has risen nearly a full percentage point.
Years of service,
Governor Kathy Hochul says New York is moving forward with a goal to require all new cars and trucks sold in the state to be zero emission by 2035. The rules being crafted would have about 1 in every 3 new auto sales be zero emission by 2026 and about 2 in 3 by 2030. The move follows a similar initiative California unveiled last month. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Dan Lieberman.
Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrial is down 102 points. The NASDAQ, though, up 48. The S&P 500 up a little over 2.5. Coins featuring King Charles III will soon enter circulation, the Royal Mint confirms. The official maker of UK coins says the first coins bearing the effigy of His Majesty King Charles III will enter circulation in line with demand from banks and post offices. This means coins featuring King Charles III and his mother, Queen Elizabeth II, will co-circulate for many years to come. Our Call for Action volunteers are in the building taking your consumer complaints and taking action on your behalf. You're taking a live look at the Call for Action studio. Volunteers are here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so you can call for action right now at 608-270-2833 or submit a claim anytime at channel3000.com/call-for-action. Coming up, Pam has today's ag numbers, and Chris is back with our weekend forecast. And then later, the Badgers are back at Camp Randall tomorrow, hoping to bounce back after last week's big loss. We'll speak with ESPN's Madison's Jim Rutledge to hear his take coming up today on Live at 4.
It's the Portage Furniture Store's anniversary sale on now, with a huge in-stock inventory of top brands for every room in your home, including all new power lift chairs and always free delivery. The Portage Store's anniversary sale. Don't miss it.
Remember this? Forecasts are predicting an unreasonably cold and snowy winter. Now's the time to winter-proof your home with USA Insulation. 35% more efficient than traditional insulation. Our foam in your walls keeps the cold air out and your warm air in. It's like putting a coat around your entire home. Call now before winter and get a $500 early bird discount.
USA Insulation.
Ron Johnson's at it again, lying about my taxes. Let's be clear, my taxes are paid in full, but there were times I was getting by on peanut butter sandwiches. And that's why I support a tax cut for the middle class. Put more money in your pockets, because I know how hard you work. But Johnson used his Senate seat to write a loophole that gave huge tax cuts to himself and his biggest donors, leaving us with crumbs. And that's how we get left behind. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
One doesn't usually think of robots when you think about agriculture, but Rank Seed does. Rank is rooted in technology, striving to bring the best products to their customers. From DNA-level development of genetics and traits, GPS-linked assessment of yield and performance, to gravity tables and color sorters, to make sure Rank has the highest germination and the purest seed. Rank couples its customer-friendly service with the latest technologies needed to bring the best products to its farmers. From research to results, Rank Seed is rooted in technology.
It's the Portage Furniture Store's anniversary sale on now, with a huge in-stock inventory of top brands for every room in your home, with Certa-Queen mattresses from $2.99 and always free delivery. The Portage Furniture Store's anniversary sale. Don't miss it.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show, every Friday is fabulous. This right here is an audience full of fabulousness. Derek Huff has us dancing into the weekend. Look at the swag.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. A local woman's car stolen while at a dealership for repairs.
They took it off-roading.
But the dealer's insurance refuses to cover the damage.
It's crazy and it's wrong.
Leah Linscheid answers a call for action Sunday on News 3 Now at 10. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Let's check in now with Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report. Good afternoon, Pam.
It is a good afternoon, and boy, I'll tell you what, Mark, I just came from the Alliant Energy Center, and although World Dairy Expo doesn't officially start until Tuesday next week, there is a line of cattle trailers going into the Alliant Energy Center grounds right now. If you want to see the picture, we've got it up at Fabulous Farm Babe. They're getting things ready to go, folks. Remember, an adjusted schedule this year for World Dairy Expo. The cattle judging starts on Sunday and Monday. The trade show starts on Tuesday and runs right through Friday. A couple more snapshots from my Scotland, Ireland farm tour, just so that you know, folks shop a little differently over there. That is their dairy showcase. Notice how that milk's got 3.6% milk fat. Quite a little different than even your whole milk here in the United States. And then there's always confusion, more than one type of skim milk or milk light, as they call it over there. So that's something similar to what we see here in the United States. But you won't find a butcher in many of these grocery stores. A lot of pre-packaged meat. You kind of come in, grab what you want, but if you wanted to select that pork chop or that chicken breast, that's not happening. And then one thing you don't see here that you do see there, a lot of lamb. Yeah, there's lamb, that half leg of lamb there is about $10 euro. If you're looking, they've got them all different types. Lamb, a real staple for diets in Ireland. All right, so the markets today in Chicago are reacting to USDA's latest update on crop acres and what they're expecting as far as overall yields. Sharp division between corn and soybeans today. Corn market is up double digits right now. Soy market is down double digits right now, and the wheat market is up double digits also. Today in Chicago, barrel cheese taking a step back, down 4.5 at $2.20. 40-pound block cheese unchanged at $1.96 3/4. The AA butter, likewise, taking a breather, unchanged for today at $3.14.5. Beautiful day out there today, though. Hope that weather hangs on right on through all of next week for World Dairy Expo market. Of course, it wouldn't hurt my feelings to have this kind of temperature and weather this weekend for the big Go Pack Go against the Patriots.
Absolutely, which you can see right here on Channel 3.
Excellent.
Perfect. Go Pack.
Go Pack.
Have a good weekend, Ben. It's been a difficult past few months for farmers. Countries across the globe suffer through droughts this summer, and that's likely to make a trip to the grocery store more expensive. Bradley Blackburn explains.
Sweet corn, tomatoes, peppers.
Fourth-generation farmer Jim Abma knows you have to adapt to survive.
You have 2 lines of drip that run right where the plants sit.
He installed a costly irrigation system at his New Jersey farm to bring water to the roots of his crops. The water line has been a lifeline.
If you didn't have this, would you be able to get through the season?
Not this year. Up until recently, we've only had 1.7 inches of rain from May through pretty much Labor Day.
Drought hit farms across the country this summer, from corn and soybean crops in Kansas.
The spigot just shut off and it just stopped raining.
To wine grapes in California.
We've never seen drought like this. We've never seen warm years and early harvests like this.
Even with irrigation, Abma's crop yield is down significantly.
And that comes to smaller ears of corn, smaller tomatoes, just the result of a stressed out plant.
And it's worse in the West. An American Farm Bureau survey of Western states finds average crop yields could be down 38%. Wells Fargo economist Charlie Doherty says the supply hit will likely reach grocery stores where prices are already rising.
Extreme weather has become more frequent,
more widespread and more costly. And if that continues, that threatens to keep food prices persistently high.
The drought just adds to farmers' challenges like higher fuel prices, labor costs, even more expensive packaging.
So even though people are paying more for their food, we're getting less of a margin for it because of our inputs.
A tough time for growers that's now moving through the food chain from the ground all the way up. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, Hillsborough, New Jersey.
And let's see here. There we go. The Bureau of Labor Statistics said food prices went up 13% in the last year, and that's the largest annual increase in more than 4 decades. Now let's go over to Chris. A great weekend on tap. Unless you're in South Carolina.
Yeah, unless you're in South Carolina, indeed. We are watching Hurricane Ian make landfall right now. This is that center of circulation moving onshore just north of Charleston, but some very heavy rain along I-26 into Charleston right now, especially on the southwestern side of the city there. Folly Beach, James Island, Johns Island, Kiowa, they're all getting in on the heavy rain as this comes ashore. You zoom things out a little bit, and you got the heavy rain all over South Carolina, but one of the other things we see is a tornado watch just to the north. This is over parts of the eastern side of North Carolina. That tornado watch also extends into southeastern Virginia, and the rain shield now starting to enter West Virginia as well. So we are certainly seeing quite a bit of the rainfall out there. It's still a Category 1 with winds of 85 miles per hour, gusting to 105 miles per hour. That'll weaken today and then work its way northward as a post-tropical cyclone into parts of the mid-Atlantic. For us, we feel good. Temperatures are into the 60s. We've got abundant sunshine. Still 68 in Lone Rock right now. Here's a live look outside. It is 63 for us here in Madison. Winds are out of the south at about 6 miles per hour. So you're going to keep that southerly wind flow around. Overnight tonight, we start to cool back down into the 50s and 40s. And we do stay dry. The showers that have been over Minnesota all morning have dissipated almost every time they try to cross that river. They're not going to make it here. So we keep the sunshine around. We're the cool folks and the place to be as we go into this weekend. Doppler track still quiet for us. Your final drive pick game this week, Columbus at Lodi. Here's the deal. Kickoff, you'll be into the upper 50s, right around 60. But with dry air and clear skies, those temperatures drop quickly. That being said, bring a jacket, bring a hoodie if you're going to be going out and about. A good game weather-wise, but again, that temperature will come down quickly, especially as we begin to move towards your overnight hours. Most of our overnight lows are down again into the 40s, low 40s and mid 40s. Then tomorrow, we'll burn off some fog in the morning and warm up into the upper 60s for your highs tomorrow afternoon. So a very pleasant afternoon moving towards tomorrow. Enjoy the sunshine for the rest of today. Clear skies overnight tonight with the low to mid 40s. And then again, for everyone in Dane County, we do see more of that sunshine tomorrow. 68 is where I'm calling the high temperature for us in Madison. At 64 on Sunday, 65 Monday. By Tuesday and Wednesday, you've got a little bit more cloud cover. We'll be into the mid 60s. Something happens with that slight rain chance on Wednesday. That's a cold front. We're back into the 50s after that. Frost is possible Thursday night. And then we will keep that frost around, or the cooler 50s around, into the following weekend.
So a great weekend this weekend.
A great weekend this weekend. A great weekend next weekend in terms of sunshine, but a little cooler.
October 1st tomorrow, so.
Yes, it is.
Right on cue. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, Howard's working with one of his favorite cheeses in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Many love it. Others aren't that familiar with it. I have a pretty good feeling that by the end of our time together, you're going to want to try what we're whipping up today.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Did you know Tim Michaels said people shouldn't be openly gay in public?
But I think when you bring it out of your house and onto the public street, that's where I differ.
Is that the kind of divisive radical you want as your governor?
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers, and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
RHD Plumbing has the most reliable professionals in the industry, with honesty you can trust to deliver quality products and workmanship, dedicated to being the best. So when you need a plumber for an important upgrade or 24-hour emergency service, call RHD. For your home or business, get the job done right the first time with no surprises with the reliable, honest, and dedicated plumbing professionals of RHD Plumbing, proud partner of the Green Bay Packers.
My husband said to give our house more curb appeal, so I started painting. Then I went on Google and looked up the meaning of curb appeal. It said to make it more nicer. So I called Replacement Window Center, and they put in new replacement windows.
Get free installation and 0% financing for 18 months. Free installation and 0% financing. Hurry, call now.
Replacement Window Center. Our name says it all.
Nothing beats a great night's sleep on a new Tempur-Pedic mattress from Steinhoffels. Tempur-Pedic is designed to make aches and pains a thing of the past by relieving pressure points and supporting the body as no other mattress can. Queen Tempur-Pedic start at just $24.49. Plus, get $300 in Steinhoffels cash. You can rest easy when you take advantage of Steinhoffels special financing. Isn't it time you got a great night's sleep? Relax. It's Steinhoffels.
Did you know Tim Michaels wants to criminalize abortion, even for pregnant rape victims?
But are you willing to support exceptions for rape or incest?
That's correct.
Is that the kind of divisive radical you want as your governor?
Today, I thought I'd spotlight one of my favorite cheeses. It's one that many love and some aren't that familiar with. I'm talking about blue cheese. So let me show you how you can dress it up, so to speak, so you can serve it with just about anything. We start by crumbling some blue cheese into a shallow bowl. The key is to make sure you buy a drier variety, which tends to break up easily rather than clumping. Or you can start with the pre-crumbled kind, which is often less expensive. We top this with some chopped red onion, which adds crunch, and parsley for some extra freshness. Now, we combine some olive oil, a bit of red wine vinegar, minced garlic, and a little black pepper. Once it's whisked together, we drizzle this over our crumbled blue cheese before popping it in the fridge. And as for ways to serve this, well, let's just say almost anything goes. It's perfect to smear on slices of French bread for an easy appetizer, or as a topper on everything from salads to burgers. You see, the combo of the cheese and the tangy vinaigrette adds a wow factor to anything it goes over. To get this simple as can be recipe for blue cheese topper, just head over to our website. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a tasty and versatile way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Here's Chris now with a final look at that weekend forecast.
Oh, it's going to be really nice, Mark. Look for those temperatures into the upper 60s today and tomorrow. We'll keep those mid-60s around through the middle of next week before cooling back down into the 50s. But this forecast is mainly dry.
It's looking good. All right, enjoy. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. In the meantime, have a great afternoon.